breakdown of the project approved by EXCO.
Starting from Summit Road, heading towards up the way to Government House, that corridor is going to be properly cleaned up, and then you now have it looking much better than what it is. That is going to be handled by the Departments of Highways and Urban Roads. They are also going to now address the issue of flooding along that corridor. So the storm drainage that is going to take care of the water challenge, the flood challenge along that Summit Road. All those roads like Ogagifo Street, the Gaga Street, all of them will flow into that particular storm drainage. It's also going to be built. That was also approved at today's school. If you have been to Ibuzo, but the moment the major street that runs across Ibuzo is going to also to be cleaned up and properly expanded. That's the major street once you just drive into Ibuzo. I think it's the Umeje Street. Then we're also going to have overlay right from Nta Asaba all the way to Abraka here in Asaba, which is going to be handled by the Capital Territory Agency.
The approval of this project is in line with the governor's determination to better the lives of Deltans through meaningful development. From Government House, Susan Esu, NTA News.
The Deputy Governor Samundo Nyeme has assured Deltans that with regular inspection and oversight, the present administration will continue to hold contractors accountable while sustaining its drive for infrastructural transformation. He gave the assurance while inspecting projects at Isoko South and North local government area of the state. The report. The project inspected include Otekbo Road in Elu, construction of Isoko Ring Road connecting Elu Ovrode Ofagbe, Okpe Isoko, Orienri, Uro, and Adairi, construction of College of Health Technology, Ovrode, Deze Internal Roads, Phase 1 and 2, and construction of Iri Technical College, Iri. Others are Emede Internal Road, construction of Igbide Olomoro Road, Enwe Uweru Road, and Bridge, Olomoro Internal Road at Iri Technical College, Iri. The Deputy Governor assured community leaders that the state government will ensure completion of the project as soon as the necessary reviews are approved.
I assure every one of you here, all our community leaders, that no project will be abandoned. This particular place we are today, by His grace, we see resumption of activities as fast and as soon as possible. As soon as we go back and deliver our reports to His Excellency, I'm sure the contractors will be back in a jiffy.
By responding to issues on health workers leaving the country for greener pasture, Samundo Nyeme said government would continue to train workers irrespective of their decision to leave for better opportunities abroad.
What we do as a government is to train our people, to give them that empowerment, to be able to, have good life. Where they go at the end of the day, we may not have 100% control, but we'll do our best to keep them within our own space.
At Emevo Orogun Road, Phase 2, the Deputy Governor said the realignment of the road is in the best interest of the community as it would serve them better. While expressing satisfaction with progress of work done, he reiterated that the Borewore administration is focused on equitable distribution of projects across all 25 local government areas, ensuring that every part of the state benefits from meaningful development. In Asaba, Ngozi Mokwede, NTA News. The head of service, Reginald Bayoko, has commended 6 permanent secretaries for their impact and contributions to the civil service during their years of service in the state. He gave the commendation during a valedictory section in honor in his office. Becky Greatman Chukuka was there.
Of course, they are retired, but obviously not tired. The 6 retirees were looking radiant as they await the arrival of the head of service. To the head of service, these senior citizens have contributed their quota in the different ministries they served. The HOS took turns to extol their qualities as well as commend them for retiring meritoriously.
Leaders whose dedication, resilience, and unflinching commitment to excellence have left marks on our civil service and the landscape of our great state. Now listen to this, because I'm going to address you specifically. And also, follow me, please. Your journey has been one of relentless service. Because if I have to drill my mind, virtually all of you have done 35 years of service. If you have not done 35 years of service, close to 35 years of service. But I took an average. For those of you who did it too, your average is 34.80 years of service within all of us. And it's something that
The chairman, College of Permanent Secretaries, as well as other 7 permanent secretaries, also appreciated the retirees and extended best wishes for their new phase of life. The former permanent secretaries were given opportunity to share their experiences in the service.
Like I will keep saying to all my colleagues, even those that I left behind in my office, actually the opportunity to serve, some people look for it, but they don't have it. But now that you have been given that opportunity to serve, what are you doing with it? We are meant to serve, not to look to be served.
Here I am today, by the grace of God and the mercies of God, maybe retiring as one. I really thank God. And I really thank God for all that I met and worked with.
The retirees were presented with a token by the head of service. Nta Asaba, Becky, Great Man Chukwuka, NTA News.
You're still watching Nta Asaba News at 7. Reported that the Delta State government has approved the sum of 280 billion naira for different projects across the state. We also reported that the Deputy Governor Samuel Onyeme has inspected projects in Isoko South and North local government area of the state. More report after this time out. Please stay.
Do you crave luxurious comfort in style with 24 hours power supply, free internet services, professional staff with experience in giving world-class services? Visit Leisure Castle Hotel. Is all you need. Leisure Castle Hotel is located at number 24 DBS Road, opposite Arcade Hotels, Asaba. For inquiries and bookings, call 0812-523-0341 or 0701-856-8697. Leisure Castle Hotels, a home of luxurious comfort.
Star 829 hash, star 829 hash, star 829 hash.
Wait, what's star 829 hash? Why do you keep saying it?
Oh, it's the new short code from FIRS to retrieve your tax identification number, TIN. Star 829 hash to access your tax clearance certificate, TCC. Star 829 hash. Learn about tax types and their rates. Star 829 hash to ask general tax questions. Star 829 hash. Or find the nearest FIRS office with ease. Star 829 hash.
Oh, that's super helpful.
Absolutely. Anytime you need to handle tax matters, just dial star 829 hash. It's quick, simple, and reliable. Star 829 hash.
IRS. Simplifying tax, maximizing revenue.
Enjoy now. Great taste, great fun. Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
Finally, comfort and hospitality have found a resting place, and that place is Saisen Hotel. Saisen Hotel is that place where you are sure of the best in comfort and hospitality with well-trained, friendly and cautious staff to attend to you. Our rooms, which are of different types, are exquisitely furnished with breathtaking interior decor. Saisen Hotel boasts of the very best chefs in town for continental and intercontinental cuisines, choice wines and spirits, with cold drinks in our bush and VIP bars are the perfect place to be. Also at Saisen, we have an in-house gymnasium, a standard swimming pool, a 350 capacity hall for your wedding receptions, conferences and meetings. Security of lives and property is our watchword. At Saisen, we ensure 24 hours uninterrupted power supply. We are located at number 103 Dennis Osadebe Asaba. For reservations, call 0810-548-8983, 0815-684-0895, 0812-482-0088. Saisen Hotel.
Your comfort
is our concern.
Enjoy now. Great taste, great fun. Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
We are glad to know you're still watching. Moving on. His Royal Majesty Asaba of Asaba, Professor Epiphany Azinge, has banned the activities of female native doctors who call themselves Ezinwine in Asaba. Helen Donko reports that this is a fallout of the media parley with journalists in his palace.
Cyber criminals, also known as Yahoo boys, armed robbers, kidnappers, are some of the hoodlums that patronize the group of female native doctors that call themselves Ezinwine in Asaba. The Asaba noted that Asaba is a peaceful community, as such will not condone any illegal activity that will hamper the peace and progress of the Delta State capital, Asaba. He reiterated that Asaba can never be a safe haven for miscreants.
We have banned the activities of Ezinwine, who have non-Asaba extraction, and there are people that are totally unknown to us hitherto, but suddenly they've taken over the land, and their activities, I dare say, we consider nefarious. They seem to be supporting not just the Yahoo boys, but incidentally we have found out that they are also behind all the kidnappings, amongst others. So we banned them, and we've also clearly, arising from this same incident, directed at all the native doctors operating on this soil now be registered and regulated. And to that extent, they cannot operate unless they have the clearance of Utuhaza, which is the governing legislative body of Asaba.
The Asaba also called on landlords to have proper documentation of their tenants and checkmate their activities. The hotels are not exempted either.
We are declaring that there should be Operation Know Your Tenant in Asaba. Consequently, we are challenging all the landlords in Asaba to have a documentation and an inventory of all their tenants, so that at any stopover for a check, one will be able to know those who are inhabiting or residing in a particular building. We want to use this to ensure that all those people who have crossed over are not finding things easy residing in Asaba, because they know we can fish them out at the shortest notice through this operation, Know Your Tenant. And in the same vein, we're also insisting that we put together a team that will also be going around the hotels to also check the list of the people staying in the hotels, because the challenge for us now is to also attack hydra-headed monsters around us, whether it is kidnapping, whether it is Yahoo, whether it's drug peddlers, we want to see how we can stamp out all this from this land.
His Royal Majesty says his palace is synergizing with the government of the day and security agencies to maintain peace in Delta State. In a related development, the Traditional Medicine Practitioners Delta State Chapter paid homage to the Asaba to intimate him on the activities of the board. Chairman of the board, Chief Monday Ogbogodo, stressed the need for the boards to work in synergy with the palace.
Here also, to let him know that we are ready to trash out the quack in the traditional medicine practice. Those who are doing that irresponsible activities, we are going to flush them out as far as we are concerned. We don't know the kidnappers, we don't know the native doctors who are involved in the act, but by the special grace of God, we are going to flush them out.
Earlier, His Royal Majesty Asaba of Asaba, Professor Epiphany Chibogu Azinge, warned against illegal collection of tax in the state capital in the name of the palace. In Asaba, Helen Dunku, NTA News.
Retired veteran journalist and is news presenter of the Nigerian Television Authority, Phil Obano, has passed on in a ghastly auto crash along Lokoja Bini Aoshi Road. Although details of her death is still sketchy, but the family source confirmed her death. Awonle Okolo reports.
In November 2024, Phil Agarse Obano bowed out of service after 35 meritorious years at the Nigerian Television Authority. The NTA Benin family has been left in grief as their one-time zonal director was an impactful boss, and no one could muster up words to describe her.
I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. The only thing I can say is that may her soul rest in peace.
Once a teacher, always a teacher. Barely a week to her demise, she was at the NTA TV College, Jos, as a resource person for an information management training.
This training is to equip the participants with the wherewithal to put in place a communication system that will help the federal government get the required feedback from the people.
Votified, Auntie Phil, as she is fondly called, rose through the ranks in the NTA. First as a continuity announcer in the programs department, later on as an ace newscaster where she dazzled with her signature headgear. She worked in various capacities and network centers of NTA, including NTA International, NTA News 24, NTA Port Harcourt, NTA Owerri, Nta Asaba, and finally retired in NTA Benin after serving as zonal director for about 10 months. Phil Obano is survived by 2 children, a mother, and siblings. In Benin, Awonle Okolo, NTA News.
You can watch this news on our social media handles on Nta Asaba Live on Facebook and on YouTube.